I left the US to gain stillness and time. I wanted to get away from the hustle culture. I don't care about trying to get rich. I don't care to compare myself to others. I want to know myself and the environment around me. I desire presence, mindfulness, connections, not status, not things and conveniences. And I'm just here to reflect my deconditioning and learning process and share my insights that may be able to help others that don't have the same opportunities to really slow down and be still as I do. I'm out here in Mexico in a beautiful beach town, and I'm sitting on my patio wall right now, and it's raining. It is nice out. I'm just chilling and resting, and I'm able to let my nervous system settle. And I've been thinking a lot lately over the time that I've been here. I've actually been able to reflect and slow down and tap more into myself, feel myself more, feel my own energy, and know what's what, not confusing it with other people's energy, their projections, my projections of how I think that I should be feeling or acting around people in general. Just not worrying about anything and just being myself and really trying to tune into what it is that makes me me and what I truly want, what I want to do, what I want to be. This is going to sound really contradictory, but I've been watching YouTube videos of people saying not to be so influenced by people online and not to compare yourself. There's, I guess, a big trend of people getting offline. I've had many cycles of that over the years, but like I'm taking a more long-term approach to that and really just trying to do YouTube, be more creative, because I want to create content like videos, long form videos, get more into storytelling, cinematography, all of that stuff. So I'm practicing right now with YouTube, but I've taken a break from TikTok and Instagram and all of that. That tuning out from just the world, everyone's lives and stuff, and focusing in on my own life has been it's just been so nice. It's refreshing, it's eye-opening, it's calming, and I don't mean it in the way to say like I don't want to know what's going on in the world. I care so much about what is happening in the world, and that's why I had to take a break from social media, because I am an activist. I am very empathetic. I was doing so many projects, working on organizations and stuff, and neglecting myself. I was not taking care of myself, and seeing all the things that's happening in the world right now is not helping me. It wasn't radicalizing me further, because I'm already radicalized. I've already been doing work, trying to do my part to create better systems, to create a better future, and me getting pissed off and crying, getting emotional, like stressing myself out about what's going on and thinking about all the things of what I could hurry up and do now to make a difference. That was actually not helping me. And it's not helping me, it's not helping anybody else. And what I've learned over my time of being a community organizer and builder and event thrower, all of this stuff, is it is not conducive to help community. It doesn't actually help. You're giving from an empty cup and you're trying to make everybody happy, and you are not actually doing that. I have and had a lot of things that I needed to work on, things that I need to get right within myself, different traits, different flaws, like people pleasing and not having boundaries, not trying to overextend myself to make people happy. Obviously, that doesn't work, especially when many people are involved. Speaking to a very specific event in my life of throwing a music festival, and it was great, but it was also a shit show, as events are. For anybody that's done an event, you guys know many people that are not organizers, and so much goes into it. And as being someone that was trying to do things for community, do things for people, but being a people pleaser, not being fully healed, it was not the best that it could have been. It could have been better. But I learned now that you have to take care of yourself, and also that the world is going to burn no matter what. You can't sacrifice yourself to save the world, because that is not realistic. That cannot happen. You could try and do your part and save as much as you can, but the reality is things are still going to burn, because what we're living through right now is the consequences of things that have been decided years ago by other people's actions, by other people's greed, and we can't stop all of it. We could build for a better future, that's what we can do, but we can't beat ourselves up for not being able to stop wars, for not being able to stop all of the violence. Not saying don't try, definitely try, but be prepared for grief when you're not able to accomplish your mission. Don't beat yourself up over it when that does happen, and give yourself time to recover and to heal, because those of us that are a part of this mission, it is going to be a consistent thing that we face, and we have to strengthen ourselves to be able to handle that over and over again. That is going to be a cycle that we will be enduring in this time of the world transitioning, which will be a long transition. It's not going to be a couple years or whatever. This is going to be a thing that we deal with throughout our life, because the world is changing rapidly. There are going to be many things happening over the years. Leave me alone, please. The wasps are so curious here. I don't like it, and I'm trying to be patient, because they don't seem to be harmful, but just trying to get over that American fear of bugs. Anyways, this is all things that I've learned with my ability to be able to slow down and unplug from the fight and the hustle, the struggle, all of it, and live my life for me for now, and heal, take care of myself, be still, be calm. That's been a struggle being American, and now I know how my grandma feels, because she cannot sit down, and I feel very weird when I don't have things to do, especially like not being on social media and trying to get back to creativity. I haven't yet gotten to that habit of just doing things for myself and going to what inspires me. I feel instead restless, like I need to be doing something, I need to be productive, and I'm still working on taking myself out of that mindset, taking that out of my nervous system. But I still have slowed down a bit. My mind has slowed down a bit, and I'm taking more time like this to just chill and be still and just observe the natural life around me, my thoughts, allowing myself to just be bored and to not be doing something stimulating. So instead, my brain can stimulate itself, and I get that creativity back that a lot of us have lost through the constant like dopamine hits from our phone or whatever other forms of dopamine chasing that we've done. It's been a dope process. So I'm excited to continue on this journey of de-hustling and being and being okay with that, and getting really back in touch with myself, because there's been times in my life, especially like while traveling, the beginning of my travels specifically, when I wasn't doing a bunch of community organizing stuff, where I was very disciplined, very balanced, very creative, very patient. And it's so crazy how easily you can lose all of the things that you have learned and know just because of stress, just because of getting into survival mode, and the time that it takes to recover. My festival, I did it almost 2 years ago, and I am still trying to recover and start those practices again that I was practicing before I had started the process. It's just insane how much things can change for a while, and it really takes a time to get back to all of it. And it's no wonder why so many people are struggling and fucked up and have mental health issues and stuff, because I know I'm lucky where I am able to make enough money, chunks of money as a self-contractor, to be able to take some time off, to not have to work every day, and to have time to myself and to be where I want to be. I'm really grateful that I have that opportunity, because I know most people don't. And that sucks, because it takes a while to get to that point of feeling like your actual self and knowing what that even looks like. And most people may never get there under capitalism. And it's that trying to hustle to get out of capitalism so you could find that it's such a vicious cycle. It's so exhausting. Have been burning myself out trying to do the same thing, because I'm not out of it. I go through periods of working really hard for a while, destroying my body, and needing to recover my mind and body and spirit from all of it. So I do understand, and I'm not free from it. But yeah, despite saying all of that, I do think that there are some things that we can do to help us with our mental health and our being, and discover ourselves still while being in the matrix. And that is, I feel like a big part of it is disconnecting from social media. That has been great on my mental health. And like I said, from my own experience, that doesn't mean that you don't care about the world, that you're just gonna remain ignorant. You could still be educated or catch up on all the things that have happened in periods. Use an internet browser instead on a laptop instead of being on your phone. Like, staying caught up with things all the time, with people, events, whatever, it's not healthy for us. And we're not meant to be texting people 12 hours a day or whatever throughout our day. People aren't supposed to have constant access to us live whenever they want. And we're not supposed to be giving our energy out to people all the time. It's not healthy, it's not natural. And that is a part of what is draining us of our energy. We're constantly giving it out. I think we really have to push through the uncomfortability of trying new things, of taking away what makes us comfortable, for us to really grow and discover new parts of ourselves, or rediscover ourselves. You don't need to be in on the latest trends. You don't need to know everything that's going on. You don't need to fit into people's standards. You don't need validation from people. You don't need to have the perfect life. You need to figure yourself out. that is another thing that I'm really grateful for, that I traveled and was able to travel. I didn't think that I knew what I wanted to do, but I did. And I learned that about myself through travel. And yes, I still worked, obviously, to pay for things. I don't have somebody taking care of me. So you might still have to work while you're traveling, but you don't have to work all the time like most people are. You don't have to work 2 jobs. You don't have to work 5, 6 days a week. I worked seasonally, about a month every season, maybe a little less if I made good money some seasons, but that's how I traveled around. I wasn't a digital nomad because those jobs are actually really hard to find. I've been looking for a digital nomad job now and before. I can't find one. But, anyways, those 5 years of doing me and being able to explore my adventurous side and doing what I wanted to do really helps me know who I am, know exactly what I want to do, cultivate skills, cultivate my personality, my dreams, my visions, heal all of the things. Like I know myself very well, and that is something that I think most people are missing, because unfortunately we're told or forced to go straight into the workforce or school right after we graduate high school, and that I feel needs to change. I wish and hope that a new rite of passage comes where people go and travel, take a year off or however many years before they go into the workforce, before they go to college, because most kids do not know what they want to do with the rest of their life when they graduate high school. That is just such bullshit. Most people get into careers that they don't actually want to be in. I went to school just because I didn't know what the fuck to do. There are free ways to travel. There are really cheap ways to travel. There's work trades and all that stuff. So I think that more young people should travel before deciding what they want to do for the rest of their life or committing themselves to the machine. But anyways, I feel like that was a really long rant. Thank you for listening. Here's a quick look at my view, and I will see you at the next yap.